We have Fox News liberal Jessica Tarlov setting the record straight about Facebook censorship, as Mark Zuckerberg recently came out and said he did censor things at the request of Biden during the 2020 election, and right-wingers ran with this, acting like it's proof the election was stolen when what he said that he was asked to censor was COVID-19 misinformation. And as Jessica will explain, he did so under the Trump administration as well, so let's get into it.
All governments, Republican and Democrat, have relationships with social media companies and ask them to take down information that they feel is a risk to the public. And that happened before 2021. And I don't know why Mark Zuckerberg only wanted to single out the Biden-Harris administration, because there was COVID disinformation out there. Like when Trump said it was airborne, for instance. I'm not going to get into the bleach hoax, Greg, but when Trump talked about disinfectant, well, we talked about bleach hoax a couple weeks ago, when he said disinfectant and some UV light treatment, that was something that people had to tell the public, no, actually don't do that, and ended up getting censored.
The problem with this is mostly because MAGA likes to pretend that censorship is this dirty word and nobody should agree with it and it impedes on our rights, mostly so they themselves can just say the N-word, when no, it really doesn't. Private businesses, first and foremost, are allowed to make decisions as what's best for their business. Social media companies are private entities. Airplanes or airports don't allow you to run in and yell bomb. They think that that's best for their business. And most people agree with certain levels of censorship, which destroys the whole censorship is a dirty world, that kind of worldview. Most people think that CP should be censored. Gory images should be censored. It's about where you would draw the line for yourself. And for me, most people also, I'm fine with companies deciding to censor misinformation, especially with how the right tries to use it in this day and age. And I'm super okay with it. And so is the majority of Americans when it comes to medical information. I don't think that people should be able to spread the lies that injecting bleach or using horse tranquilizers will cure COVID when they won't, or whatever other lie that they could think of in the future. It's dangerous, and I think that censoring that protects people, and it protects their freedom to live safely and to indulge in social media content without being told something that might be dangerous for their health. And again, this was done at Trump's request and Biden's request as well.
The timeline on the Hunter Biden story continues to be completely wonky. So that story happened under the Trump administration, right? It was taken down for 24 hours. Everybody knew about it. It went right back up. And there is no legitimate reason to think that this election would have swung in a different direction had everyone seen the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop. And the case of that has been proven by the fact that Jim Comer has been trying for years to be able to impeach them for something and hasn't been able to find it. And now even Republicans, like Axios is reporting today, have said that they really don't want to be forced to take a vote on impeachment before Biden goes out because there's nothing to this.
The dreaded Hunter Biden laptop has only stood to disprove all of the right's claims that they said that it would prove. It debunked that Biden was receiving money from China. Instead, it was payment from his family members. It debunked that Biden was taking bribes from foreign entities. It was a payback for a car that he bought his son from his son. And it has only stood to prove that Joe Biden is really like a helpful and stand-up family member willing to loan them money when they need, which, as Jessica also said, it's exactly why Republicans can't even agree among themselves for any charges to bring forward to impeach him on, despite looking for the entirety of his presidency for like 3.5 years now, with Republicans even coming out and saying themselves, yeah, there's nothing here we can get him on. We have nothing against him. Polling has showed also that the only people who cared about the Hunter Biden laptop story were Republicans, and there were Republicans of who were following the story. So there's zero chance, zero reason to believe that this would have had any effect on the election. It's all just a bunch of made up malarkey to make it seem like there's something there when there's not, especially when you realize that it was one article censored on one social media for 24 hours. Every other article, every other social media left it uncensored, and Facebook reinstated it after one day. But we're supposed to believe that this was some huge conspiracy and that millions of minds were prevented from being swayed. Remember, Biden won by 7 million votes, and people pretend that this won him the election, right? So we're supposed to believe that over 7 million minds were prevented from being swayed from one article on one social media in one day, while they made sure it wasn't misinformation. Does that sound believable to anybody? If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together. Peace.